Hello everyone, and just doing a sound check. How am I sounding? Can you guys hear me? For people in the chat, can you guys hear me? So, yeah. Can you guys hear me? Hey Shalia, I'm fine. How are you? Can you hear me? Okay, good, Deepak. Thank you. Thanks a lot, Deepak. Okay, great. Come up with your questions if you have any, or like I posted couple of videos since I went online last time. So there were some interesting developments which I wanted to talk about. So that's the reason I came online today. I just posted the links on the WhatsApp groups and everywhere else. So I hope more people would join. Um, let's. I am good, Deepak. Thank you. Thank you so much. How are you? I hope guys um, share this group's detail or share my channel details with other people so that other people might also want to join and share their experience. I really want to do a group chat kind of group chat kind of a session one day where few of us can join and talk also, and maybe we can do that kind of an open podcast kind of a thing on the channel. So do you guys would like that idea of just joining in and just talking about? We can do it on camera, off camera, anything, but yeah, we can just do a audio only podcast kind of a session. So yeah, okay. Uh, I hope you guys have seen what has happened over the last few days, where there were these updates coming in through the Alberta Advantage Immigration Program, and the most interesting part was that it says very clearly that the limits for 2024 is not yet here. So this was a bit interesting for me because what I wanted is that what I was hoping more that the new 10,000 limits might have been out. So, but the numbers are not yet out. But AIP is still processing their applications. So yeah, I posted a summary video on this. So I hope you guys have seen that video. And we have the first question coming in from Deepak. Hey Deepak, I have a doubt through PNP rural stream. I applied for PR after my nomination in the month of January. I've done biometric. Can you please give me when I will receive my final decision? So if you have already applied, Deepak, then I think the processing time is around 7 months. So I have shown it multiple times. Let me show it again here. IRCC, if you go to IRCC processing times, right? If you go here and if you check, it come up. So you have done a economic my immigration, and you have done it through a provincial nominee program, and then it's not via express entry, right? Because rural renewal is not via express entry. So this is the processing time for you. So again, don't get disheartened by the number. So you have applied for the PR, right? And you have done your biometric on September 6th. Okay. So yeah, so if you have not done via express entry, then it's 12 months. It's not an yeah, it's not a PNP pro. It's not express entry, right? Yeah. But it could be less or more, Deepak, I would say. So I would not really really worry about this. I would more worry about whether my application was complete and whether my whether the progression is happening fine, right? So if you are getting biometric updates and any kind of ghost updates on your application, yeah. Yeah, see, ideally after biometric is done, then comes the process of background check, and that can take up around 2 months, like 6 to 8 weeks. We say it can take around 6 to 8 weeks for that to happen. So you may want to just keep a check on that. Like, just make sure that you are looking after your account and not missing any kind of email updates. So, but Deepak, you are one step closer. I would say just I like you are pretty close now. You have done all the hard work. So all the best to Deepak. All the best. And any day now. I would say any day now. Somebody, Vishnu. Hey, Vishnu, join the call. Is postgraduate work permit eligible for this stream? Which stream you are talking about, Vishnu? Hey, Deepak, if you like, please put a like on the chat so that it helps the stream and it kinds of helps me also. What so Deepak, sorry, Vishnu, which stream you are talking about? And in the meantime, I will share a news with you guys. So so recently, um, okay, Vishnu, new hospitality stream. Yeah, like say it's is postgraduate allowed? Yes, like if you are allowed to work in Canada on that post PGWP, then yes. If you are allowed to work in Alberta for 6 months under that PGWP, then yes, that PGWP is acceptable. They have not excluded or added any additional conditions for PGWP. Okay. 1 second, guys. So they have not added or excluded PGWP in any way. Like they have not added any other additional conditions for PGWP. It's very simple. The new hospitality and tourism stream is very simple. Let's go through that. Okay. While you are here, let's go through that, Vishnu. So just bear with me. Let me just open the stream. And did you guys see that the new hospitality stream has a processing time of 1 month or less? Isn't that crazy? They just have a processing time of less than a month. Wow. Yes, LMIA is needed, Vishnu. Don't get confused on that. Okay. So for tourism and hospitality stream, LMIA is needed. Okay. Eligibility. Let's see the eligibility. And let's see the. So here, if you see here, LMIA will be needed. Okay. I'll just show you where. Yeah. So your current employment, you should be living and working in Alberta or have a valid work permit based on a positive LMIA. So those two things are required, Vishnu. Okay, so don't get confused unnecessarily. Okay, people might say many things, but for you, what should be important is the fact that the LMIA is required. Okay, if you are just confused about whether LMIA is required or not, let me tell you, LMIA is required. Okay, if that clears your confusion. But Apart from that, there are no additional conditions or new conditions added for PGWP. Okay. So let me just paste this on the chat for you, Vishnu. Oops. Oh, I cannot do that. And I understand uh, that there could be a very valid excitement on this stream. I was very surprised. Even I was very surprised that the processing is going so fine. Shaila, is there any more chances to get nomination in PNP if you have family connection in Alberta? So Shaila, I have explained it in my one of my earlier videos. Family connection is not the only criteria. Okay, so let's look at the draws. What? Oh, sorry, not here. Um, let's look at the draws that have happened. Okay, advantage RAM processing times and went down at the draws that happened. So if you look here, the draws that happens, there is the stream is family connection and primary occupation in demand. Okay, Shaila. So family connection is by itself is not enough. You need to have a job offer and everything, and it can happen again. Yeah, like last few draws have not been. Last few months have not. They have not done that draw, but it can still happen, Shaila. So it can still happen, and probably it will happen. Like that stream is still alive, and yeah. Yeah, I was talking about this, guys. Did you see this? The new tourism and hospitality stream has a processing time of less than a month. Wow, that is something. That's something really surprising, and that's good. I think somebody on the channel, somebody on the channel, somebody on the channel mentioned the other day that somebody got PNP nomination in few days. Like it's only 5 days, right? Somebody already got the nomination under this stream. Just completed post diploma in tourism management in Alberta. Can you submit a better PNP? So Vishnu, like better PNP in the sense that if you already have a degree, if you are already working in Alberta, then I would say just wait for the next intake. This will be a like this is a very targeted stream. So I have Vishnu, I have prepared few videos on the documentation requirements. So while you are waiting, I would say gather all the documents, make sure you have all the documents from your employer, because in this particular stream there are a couple of documents which you need from employer. So that can take time. Okay. So I would say you have done your education in the tourism and hospitality sector. There is a dedicated stream for this particular sector. The only thing that is holding us back is the launch, right? The launch already happened and the intake has to happen again. So for that, I would say just be prepared. Get all the documents in place, get everybody together, and get all the documents together from your employers also, and then concentrate on this stream. This would be I like if I was in your place, I would concentrate on this stream, right? Until and unless Vishnu, you are also eligible for a rural renewal stream, depending on where you get a job and things like that, where you are currently living. So rural renewal stream could be an option for you. Obviously, tech pathway is not an option for you. Doesn't look like hospitality and tourism doesn't very really gel with um, tech pathway. And you have done your education in Alberta, so AOS can also be an option when it opens up. So AOS is currently in pause. So for you, I would say first priority should be tourism and hospitality, which is on pause. And then if that doesn't work out for some reason, then AOS is the next option for you. Like that's what I can suggest, Vishnu. I'm not sure if that helps or confuses you more, but Deepak, thanks Deepak for another question. Guys, I hope if I'm able to answer your questions, please put a like on the stream. Helps everybody. Okay. And what else, Deepak? Deepak has questions. So one more question. I applied two applications, one for PR, one for work permit. 9 September lodged, but work permit application got refused on the lodged on the Deepak, that is the reason I'm not satisfied. The employer has a alliance with federal or private recruitment where you will be working. This is the reason. Okay. Oh. Oh, Deepak. So your work permit is refused, and so your work permit extension is refused, or what? Or are you not in Canada? Are you not in Canada, Deepak? Oh, okay, Deepak. Don't worry about that then. Like, yeah, like your employer might not have given you enough documents. But then that concerns me, Deepak. You said you have done rural renewal scheme, right? And in that, what you have done is the way that you have done that rural renewal scheme is you have taken the offer letter from the same employer for which you are doing work permit. Thanks, Manish. If you have family connection, job offer, go to the list. Yeah. So while I wait for Deepak's answer, Shaila, yes. If you don't have in-demand occupation, then it's difficult. Then chances are very low. Okay. Deepak says yes, same employer. So Deepak, I have a doubt if your employer was not able to satisfy the conditions for work permit. I don't know whether he'll be able to satisfy conditions for your PR, right? So because for PR you will have to submit the documents and everything, right, to IRCC, and IRCC is also the team that processes work permit, right? So uh, I don't know, like whether that could be true or not, but just Have you checked with your employer? Why did your employer like why did it happen? Why did your employer was not able to satisfy IRCC? I would say that is more of a concern. Okay. Keep going with your questions, guys. Any other questions? Hey, any other questions? Yes, they said I reply all mails and provide all dogs the demand for. Okay. Yeah. See, it's okay for them to say that, but Deepak, you will have to understand that they also need certain information in certain format, right? Or in certain time. So it's up to your employer to satisfy that the job offer that he is giving you is genuine. So yeah, so make sure that that caveat is taken care of. Because if IRCC thinks your job offer is not genuine or anything like that, again, that's a problem. So don't want to do that. So that could be a problem or that could not be a problem. But I would say if you are already faced this situation, then I would say just check with your employer once again and make sure that if you get any kind of further questioning, you are able to answer that properly. Any other question? Few more people joined. Thank you guys for joining and watching. Any other questions on the chat? Okay. Yes. Any more questions, guys? Okay. So, global kids, open work permit holder apply for this stream? Yes. Like global kids, thanks for joining. And I hope that you're talking about the new stream, right? So, yes, if you are working in Alberta then you are okay. So you have to satisfy other conditions that are there on the program, on the new program. So if you look into the new stream here, let me go back to the stream, eligibility, and then the occupation and employment requirements. Go here. So yeah. So if you have a work permit based LMIA, work permit based on an LMIA, meet other conditions, then yes, you can be eligible. I don't see any exclusion here. So I don't see a reason why not. Let me put it that way. Oh, you need a LMIA based. So see, LMIA based work permit in the sense that if you are eligible for a job, then your employer can get an LMIA for you. I'm not too sure about how open work permits work. So maybe they can get an LMIA also on your open work permit. Like, I'm not too sure about LMIA part. I have mostly concentrated on the Alberta PNP part, understanding that. What about WCB clearance letter? WCB clearance letter is what it is. So it says here that at the time of your application, your Alberta's employer must belong to a industry and it should have a valid WCB coverage. And that WCB clearance letter has to be obtained by the employer. So I'll take you through so I prepared another video on this. So if you go here and checklist, there was a checklist somewhere here, I think. Last page, how to apply. I prepared a video on documentation, global kids. And in that video, you will see that I have talked about this WCB letter. But here, if you go to how to apply, that video link also. Document requirement, yeah. So this can be helpful for you. So have a look at this, and then if you go into the resources and go into the document checklist, so if you go here, it is under the employer industry documents. So there is a compensation. So they can, if your employer needs any kind of clarification, they can contact WCB employer support, right? So they can do that, Global Kids, and get the information. Global Kids have one more question. They asking for single employment? No. So for the same employer, so your work experience and your job offer should be from the same employer. So if you see here on the tourism and hospitality and then go to the eligibility part, you would see here that they are saying that it should be from the same employer. Occupation and employment requirements, job offer. So at the time of your application, you must have a full-time job offer for a single. Your job offer must be signed and it should be from the same employer. So that 6 months of work experience is from the same employer as your current Alberta job offer. So that's the short answer for your question. Any other questions? So if nothing, guys, what I will do is I will take a break from the stream and I will see you in the stream.